Orders on the list and we staying on track. Laughter's the vibe with a little caffeine. This ain't just work, it's a crafting dream. Go Savvy Lab, we stitch and we chat, bringing all the sparkle just like that. From tumblers to tees, embroidery too, we're making magic right here with you. Yeah, right here with you. We're making magic right here with you. Got the hoop in place and the lasers lit, talking about life while we custom fit. Y'all drop a comment, join in the fun. Sunday fun day vibes, getting things done. Sipping on tea and we giggle a bit. Packaging love with every kit. Creative queens with a boss babe flow. If you know, then you go. Let's go. Go Savvy Lab, we stitch and we chat, bringing all the sparkle just like that. From tumblers to tees, embroidery too, we're making magic right here with you. Crafting with heart and a little flair. Orders, laughs, and good design. It's Go Savvy time, let's shine. Yeah. It's Go Savvy time, let's shine. We got thread on the table, vinyl in the back. Orders on the list and we staying on track. Laughter's the vibe with a little caffeine. This ain't just work, it's a crafting dream. Go Savvy Lab, we stitch and we chat, bringing all the sparkle just like that. From tumblers to tees, embroidery too, we're making magic right here with you. Yeah, right here with you. We're making magic right here with you. Got the hoop in place and the lasers lit, talking about life while we custom fit. Y'all drop a comment, join in the fun. Sunday fun day vibes, getting things done. Sipping on tea and we giggle a bit. Packaging love with every kit. Creative queens with a boss babe flow. If you know, then you go. Let's go. Go Savvy Lab, we stitch and we chat, bringing all the sparkle just like that. From tumblers to tees, embroidery too, we're making magic right here with you.
Hey everybody. All right, so we were asked yesterday about cutting, and I just realized there was a zillion people on live, so I call and check with Miss Joy because this is her normal time. She's not feeling too well. Hope she feels better. So she was not going live. So guess what? We're live. Hey. So we're gonna cut today using our material. We got several rulers I want to show you and different cutting materials. And then one extra thing here that I brought, which is a 5-pound weight. Let's turn it this way. So this is a 5-pound weight. I use it to lift, but it will also, any weight, one of those weights, if it's a barbell weight or a weight that you use for curls or any of that, you can lay it on here to help you stabilize your ruler. So you have to have something to help you stabilize your ruler if you're not able to do what you need to do. So let's do a couple things first. So first you need to make sure that the surface that you're on does not move. You do not need a shaky table, and you have to make sure that it is stable. You also have to have a mat that is flat. Make sure your mat is not warped. Make sure you haven't put the heat on it, any of that. Your mat should be flat. The other thing you want to make sure you have is a ruler with lines. So you can have, there's so many great rulers. There's Fiscus, there's OmniGrid, there's Quilter Select, there is Creative Grid. So whatever ruler you have, you can use, and I have several different ones here, different sizes. And for our 5x5 cut, you can definitely use some different sizes. And you have long ones as well. Now for your cutting, for cutting, there are a couple things that you can do. If you are not good with a rotary blade, or you don't have a rotary blade, you can always use a handy dandy pair of scissors. Now, in order to use your scissors, what you will need is some type of marking utensil. Hold on, let me grab mine. Because what you want to do is be able to mark your material. Um, and when you mark your material, you need something that you'll be able to see. I have several different chalk pens and I use those, but there are also um, some really good chalk pencils. You know what? I had it last night because I was messing with Shay Shay. Oh, here you go. Um, so there are some really good pencils. I love my Soline because of the fact that this particular one is a 3M1.
Mhm.
So this is a 3M1 pencil here. Hey, Miss
Okay.
Joy.
Hey.
And hey, Angie. Hey, those in the bushes. So this is a 3M1 pencil. So I have white on here. There is black on here, and can't remember what PI is. Oh, pencil. There's pencil. So
We ain't gonna tell nobody.
I know this one has three. This one has three. Hey, Miss Renee. So this one has three. Let's see. It doesn't. Oh yeah, and it also has an eraser at the top. So Angie says she bought the Creative Grid 6.5 by 24. That's a really good ruler.
Hey, Lady Bear.
I do have that ruler as well, Angie, and I love it. So here's what. So when you're starting out, you want to get a good ruler. Just know that rulers cost a lot of money, so be careful. And you can buy them over time. You do not have to buy a ton of rulers. Don't go out there. And here's the thing, quilting rulers, when you're dealing with quilting rulers, they are so different from the rulers that we may use in some other crafts. You want to make sure you are getting a ruler that's specific for quilting, like, Fiscus, Quilter Select, Omni Grid, Creative Grids. Those companies specialize in making sure that the measurements and the instrument for measuring is precise. So just be careful as you start purchasing rulers because they are expensive and I don't want you to waste your money. So making sure that you are getting a good ruler is important. Now, there are different types of rotary blades and rotary cutters. Now, you want to make sure that you have a sharp blade in order to do that. Yeah, Lady Bear, you have to be careful because you may not need all those. Like you literally, a lot of things that we do in the quilting world, you can use one of these big ones and you can use one of these small ones if it has all the lines and the degrees and all that stuff on it. We'll go through ruler stuff later, but yeah, you can definitely use them. My suggestion, if I were starting out and I needed to get a quilting ruler, I would buy um, I do like Creative Grids or Quilter Select. Those are my two preferred. So, and the reason why I prefer them is because they do already come with grip on the back. So there's already grip on the back of these. This one has the grip dots. My Creative Grids, on the other hand, has the entire grip coating. So this whole thing is coated. And so it's very very important. Now I do have a couple other rulers that I really do like. I have the Martelli ruler that lays on the fabric and smothers it and kills it. It is not moving. You can roll your rotary blade through it and it cuts it like the it's flat as a pancake. But then there's also the Martelli ruler. So making sure that you have a ruler for the work that you're about to do. This ruler here is the 65-inch ruler. Most people don't need this unless you're cutting through a lot of thick material. Because I cut leather and other things, I use this. And then whenever I'm cutting some big piles, I use that. But for the most part, I don't need it. This ruler here is ergonomically correct. Now, when you are getting ready to cut with a ruler, your the wheel of your blade should be up against your ruler. So make sure you are cutting properly, because sometimes people feel like they should be cutting like this. That's not it. You should be cutting like this. So on this Martelli ruler, if you see here, it literally meets up to this edge and you just cut. Now, with my Creative Grids ruler, this is their new ruler. It is weighted. So if I was right-handed, which I am, you can do it that way. If you're left-handed, you can do it that way. So this one goes for whichever hand you're cutting with. But again, you line it up against the ruler and you cut. So now the other thing that's very important is how you're standing and where you are. Now, if you are sitting and cutting, just make sure that as you sit, you're not necessarily pressing hard. So when you're doing your cuts, and if you were cutting like this, you are literally just cutting and just pressure enough. So my hand should be fairly straight, and I'm just pressing along fairly straight. Same if I was using a Martelli, it should be fairly straight, and you're just pressing along. Look, I got my thing cut, so I don't want to cut this fabric yet, but you're just pressing along. And so that's very important to make sure that. Another thing that's very important, this fabric should be flat as you can get it. You should have ironed it already. Do not try to cut wrinkled fabric. It's a disaster. You are looking for frustration when you do that. So don't do it. Iron it, make it flat, and then cut it. All right. So that's it for lecture. Let's get some cutting done. All right. So we're going to cut first with the big ruler. And here's the thing. So I was talking earlier via a chat with Miss Gail. Now, here's what I've done. So I have folded this in half. I know a lot of times y'all want to fold it 4, 5, 6 times. No, don't do that, because there is something that causes a wave, and you can get a dip into your fabric, and you trying to cut multiple pieces like that just causes a problem. So one of the things that I always like to do is I first like to square mine up and cut this off. So I cut off my edge. And so I like to start off with a square edge. So making sure that my end is already squared up. So I like using my Creative Grids right now. So what I'm going to do is bring this right here. And I'm just going to line it up here on the edge. And because I'm cutting here, I'm going to hold my ruler with some pressure here. Now, if you can't do that, and if that's a hardship for you, then put a weight on it. Literally put a weight on it. And so I'm going to show you how it cuts with the weight on it. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to press down. My weight might be in the way a little bit. Yeah, it was. My weight was in the way. But let's see what it looked like. And don't do like me, because I feel like I need a new blade. Let's see. I might need a new blade in here. The good thing is that this should change out really easy. See? Pops out really easy. I'm going to put that right there because we'll use that later. I can replace this blade. You know what, Miss Linda, I don't remember where my blades are.
Don't feel bad. We just got some titanium, but
I know
I don't even know where mine at neither. So let's just pray about it.
Maybe they'll show up. Oh God.
Yeah, maybe they'll walk in, whatever.
Oh, you know what? Let me check on my case, because sometimes I'll put extra blades in my case. You know what? That's exactly what I did. So my blades are in my case. And these are the titanium blades. So
Yep, titanium.
you have to be careful though. Oh, where's my tweezers? Because we don't need no catastrophes on live. Because I'm going to tell y'all now, I'm going to squeal like a pig and be over here crying.
Hello, Bajazzo. Hey, Miss
Look.
Ann.
Oh, hey, Miss Ann.
I'm
Hey,
over here cutting
Bajazzo.
y'all, so I was
And,
tight.
and she's cutting it sitting. So that's a whole different cut.
Jesus be a fence.
No, no, no. It's okay to cut and sit.
Oh, but I
It's just
pressed down. I pressed though. Yes.
yeah. It is okay to
Believe me,
cut.
pressure is good.
Yeah, you have to have the right pressure. Now, I keep mine in a little case, which is a good thing. And all I have to do now
Oh, them good. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Miss Ann.
is pop it back on. So
Miss Shonda, you just put that blade in now. You need to change it already?
no, this wasn't the titanium that I had in here. This was
Oh,
the original blade that came with this one.
yes, ma'am.
Um,
Yeah. Sitting down. Cut like butter.
mhm. Oh, if I put this in right, we might have something. Okay, so now my blade is super sharp now. So let's move that back. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna go back to cutting this edge off because I do want a sharp edge. Now, if you have um, a shorter ruler, you can definitely use a shorter ruler. But for those of you who are thinking about, oh, what rulers do I need? Do I have to have 20 rulers right now? No, you do not. That is not a thing. So all I'm going to do is press down. Now I should have walked my hand up, but it cut. It is not as even as I'd like it, so I'm gonna cut it one more time.
That titanium ain't no joke, baby.
Yeah, it cuts right away. So I have it lined up. And see, because I got mess in the way, I need to move that jump. So here's another thing. So if I start out with my pressure on my ruler right here, you can literally walk your hand up. Just slow down, just take your time. So that way you walk your hand up and you still have pressure on your ruler. Then you just pull it off like that. Now, that's better. That's what I like. So I like to have my edge first. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to close this back up. Lay it right there. Now what I want to do is to figure out where my points are and where I want to cut. So down here, I can actually see where a 5 inch is. So I can see that 5 is right here. Sorry, didn't mean to cut. I can see that 5 is right here. And then if I go 5 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, set 10. So I already know that's where I can do 2. So I technically can line my ruler up on this 5 because I have it. You start it in the corner. If you start it in the corner over here, you're at 0. You're at the 0 mark. And so I like doing it this way first. I make my strips first, and then I go back and cut off what I need. And so I put it right here on my 5, and I line it up, and then I cut again. Again, all I'm going to do, remember, my blade should be towards my ruler, and I am just going to roll it forward. And that cut my first 5 inches. Now, if we need to, we can check it out. Let's see. We can take another ruler and we can test it out. Put it on the corner, and it is right on the edge of 5 right here, because this is a 6x6 ruler. So it is right on the 5 right here. So it's perfect length. Perfect. We got 1 5. So we'll lay this over to the side. Let's do one more. Now, because I've moved that, again, I like starting in the corner. So I bring mine over to the corner. And everybody does it differently. But this is how I like to do mine because I like starting in the corner. So I know I'm at 0. And then I come over here to 5 and I cut. And there are a lot of people that also you can use your ruler because there are rulers that you can use and you can actually make a square. And so you're going to see that here in a second because we're going to do that too. So again, I apply pressure. My pressure is right here. Let's use a different ruler because I want you to see like this one has no sticky on the back. So this one that I was using before doesn't have sticky. The Creative Grids does have a sticky on the back. So let's put this at 5. And hold on. Hey, Smurfs Creations. Miss Linda,
Hey,
she said
Smurf.
she ordered a teal.
Okay, I'm going there now. Go ahead, Miss Sean.
All right.
So I need
So,
to ask you. I'm sorry.
mm-hmm.
Do this, please. So you're
Yes, ma'am.
telling me that because you know I'm still learning the good cut thing.
Mm-hmm.
So my tip needs to be on 0, right?
Yes, ma'am. In that corner. So you'll see there's hold on, let
So
me back it up. So look, right here.
so what I want to know from you is what I do, and this is just me, okay? Because I get scared. What
Mm-hmm.
I do is I make sure it's lined up with the 0 on that line and at the bottom, right? But I
Yes, ma'am.
also push mine over the 0 just a little bit. You understand?
Uh-huh. So you giving yourself a little bit of room.
Yeah, because we're not cutting. I didn't go to cutting school, so yeah.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Well, and some people do that as well. Let me back this up because I want you to see where my little square. So this is my square X. X marks the spot. So I'm right here on the edge. So I'm right in the corner. But I see what you're saying. What you're saying is you pull yours over that edge
Just a
just a
little bit.
little bit.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
just a little bit. Yeah, because I get scared of the cut.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. Oh, hey, mom. So yeah. So okay. So now, since we're here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down to my 5 again, and I'm just gonna lay my ruler because this mat is a Martelli mat. I'm actually doing my measurements by the mat. There are a lot of people who do their measurements by the ruler, and that's fine too. But that's how I cut mine, and they've been coming out perfect. I haven't had any issues. And so I just line my ruler right on the blue line. That is the 5. And so now it's lined up. All I have to do now is hold the pressure right here, move my cover off my blade, and then all I'm going to do is cut straight up. And there you go. So now let's talk about a different ruler, a smaller ruler. Close your blade. Look, always close your blade. I'm talking to myself. So let's talk about a smaller ruler. Ooh, I'm gonna have to iron that because I don't want I need flat. Okay, so when you have something like this, and I'm gonna try, let me see if I can't get you in a little bit closer so you can see the numbers.
I'm sorry. What size is that ruler that you're using there, ma'am? Please.
So this one is the 6x6.
Well, I cut my own, so okay.
Mm-hmm. So here's something that we can do when you have rulers like this. You can even do this with a 4x4, 5x5, any of those. Now there's two things you can do. One, you can still use your mat and go back to the corner, find the 5. Hold on, let me move back. Sorry. You can still use your mat. You can be in the corner, find your 5 up here, and use something like this and cut straight across. So all you would do is find your 5 and cut it straight across. That will get you a 5 by 5. Right there, we got 2 5 by 5s because we still have this bottom part here on the other side. Now, here's what I'm going to do. The other thing you can do, say for instance, you know that you want 5. So all we got to do is put this, we know this ruler is 6 inches. So we start at the beginning of the 2 mark, which is right here. That means we should have 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and this edge makes 5. So technically, if I cut like this, well, I don't need to cut this edge, but I could just go cut right here, and I'm at 5 inches again, which is still a point and straight across. Hey DB, welcome in. Hey everybody, welcome in. I haven't said hello to. Sorry, I've been on the mat. So questions right here, because like right now, this one here in this corner is the 0 mark on this ruler. So there's a 0 mark. So this ruler, now this is Quilter Select. The one thing I love about their rulers is all 4 sides have the numbers. All 4 sides. So even though I'm here, and I'm gonna get you a little closer. Even though I'm here, and I told y'all this was 6, right here starts a 1. But then right here on the other side of this starts a 1. So I know that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is sitting at a 5 right now. So let me show you that, because I think that's very important to see. So on this one, so right here we have a 1, but right here I have a 5, and that's what was on my line, was this 5. And see down here is my corner. I have a 1, but I also have my 5. So on all sides of this ruler, they have both. So you'll be able to see where the numbers are. So you can actually calculate properly what it's giving you and what you need to measure. So when I say Quilter Select is my favorite ruler, I really mean it, because they have the same numbers on both sides. Now, Creative Grids, they do very similar, with the exception of their numbers are opposite, and they show the half size versus the full size on the number. So they go into a half size. Like here you have a 12 and a 12 and a half over here. So they go kind of opposite. But for my Creative Grids, it has all of the numbers on both sides, which I really like. All right.
Hold on, Miss Sean.
Yes,
Miss
ma'am.
Joy, Sean, how do Sean had good deserves woolly show up on dark material? I was watching the show today in the magnifying the fact that their rulers were yellow to show up on dark and light colors. Oh, okay.
Yes. So let me get some dark. That's a good call, Miss Joy, because they do show up on good. Now this is the fabric that I'm planning to use. So we see how that shows up right now. You can kind of see through it. I mean, it's light, but I do have a yellow mat here. Now here's a darker color, and it really looks the same. So to me, standing in front of it, I can't tell the difference. So it does show up on both colors the same. And so let's look at this white. So here's the white and black. Let me put this yellow over here. So here's a white and black. Now this looks very busy on here. And then if we put it here, it looks way clearer. Yeah, the yellow ones, yes ma'am. The yellow ones do look better. Yes, which is probably why Fiscus and Creative Grids are, I mean, Omni Grid are also yellow, right? So here's an Omni Grid, and it also has yellow, but it has the yellow lines. Um, so the one thing that's a little fuzzy are some of the dots, whereas here you can see all the lines and everything clearly with when they did it in black. So they have yellow ruler, black markings. Um, and then on this one, you have your creative grids. You can see really good on the light here. But good call, Miss Joy. The yellow for creative grids does show up really good. All right, so final step for getting our 5 by 5 inch square is I'm going to, and now the good thing about this is like if I put this in the center, let's just say I'm putting it in the center, I'm just going to measure for 5 inches. So guess what? All I'm going to do is put my 5, which is down here, on the edge of my material. Then I'm going to line up my square on the material. Now, given you cut your material straight, because if you haven't, you can make it straight by doing so. So all you got to do is lay this on the material at the line, and then now I'm at 5. I have my square here, and this also goes to 5. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all I would need to do now is cut. And so remember, your blade should be on the inside, touching your ruler. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Oh, I got it open the wrong way. My bad. Jesus, I feel like I'm cutting the mat with this blade. This blade is sharp, and I'm not even putting no pressure on it. Okay, so now here's the deal. I actually use this, and I have an edge here. So I need to cut that little lip. You know, Miss Linda was saying she leave her little extra bit off of there. So all I'm going to do now is cut a very, like a slither. When I tell you a slither, I mean a slither off of here. So I'm going to take it over here to the edge. Gonna line it over here on my 0. And I mean, I am going to cut it so fine. Gonna use this. And this is what Miss Linda don't like. I do this a lot. I cross over.
You gonna have me over here yelling? No, ma'am.
I mean, a slither. See that? Like a slither. That's all I cut off. And that's all I need to cut off.
See how you
So
cutting?
this,
That's dangerous.
I know. Well, I mean, so
You've been doing it
now
so long, you used to it. I know.
I know. So this is my 2 5x5s. And so if we lay them here in the corner, we're at 5, 5 here, and we're at the corner. So my mat is a Martelli mat. Where is your turn mat? Oh,
Oh, the one to go around. Hey,
yeah. It's somewhere over there. But everybody doesn't have that, so I didn't want to show that. Yeah, I'm trying to show what I think most people have, which is probably a Cricut mat or some type of mat, maybe Fiscus. I think everybody has a mat. All right, so we're gonna do one more for the good of the people. So I'm just gonna put this one here, and we're gonna do it the same. So let's just cut the 5 by 5 going to do it the same. So again, I'm going to find me a 5 on my mat, and my 5 is right here. I mean, sorry, on my ruler. So my 5 is right here. I need to make sure all of it's straight. Okay, so that's my 5. And I'm looking at it. I'm making sure that my ruler is placed properly. Because sometimes you can lay your ruler down crooked. You don't want to do that. I want to make sure. So I always use like at least one line on the mat to make sure that it's straight. I don't want a crooked cut. Especially if I'm not using my corner. I'm a corner girl. I always like to come back to the corner. But I try a lot of times to just maybe not be at the corner, but sometimes I'm always over here in the corner. So now here's what I'm going to do. Measure twice, cut once. So I'm counting again to make sure that my black 5, which is right here, 1, 2, 3, and I'm all the way up here. So now guess what? This is going to be like a 6-inch piece because my 5 is way up here. My 5 should be down here. So you got to pay attention to that. So your 5 should be at the edge. Now it's at the edge. Now I'm going to move it over and make sure it's lined up with one of these lines. So, and all I'm doing is looking at this 5 right here because that's where my cut needs to begin. And like Miss Linda gives herself a 1/4 inch, so she may add a 1/4 on hers. Just say we got to get you off the corner, Miss Joy. Look, the corner is where I feel comfortable.
Miss Joy,
Yeah,
I was
I
gonna
know.
say, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that, Miss Joy. I said, well, no,
That's
I
a
better
good one
not
though.
say that.
Oh no, y'all are a mess. Y'all are a mess. We got to
I was
get you
gonna
off
say
the
that,
corner.
Miss Joy. Thank you.
Look, where my little thread cleaner? Because this thing, my poor little rotary cutter has a whole bunch of thread on it right now. Let me see my little thread thing. But okay, so I'm just gonna go back, move my rotary cutter the right way this time, and then I'm applying pressure, and then I'm just gonna cut. Now that cut wasn't so straight, but I didn't move my ruler, so I'm just gonna go back and cut it again. All cuts are not created equal. And so sometimes you do have to go back. And if you do, just start back where you stop and get it off. Clean it off, get it off, cut it off. But just make sure you still have your pressure so that way your ruler doesn't move. Miss Ann say I didn't say a thing.
What's the word of the day? Corner.
So again, I'm gonna go down here and cut a slither off to try to make sure and I'm gonna turn it this time, okay? So that way, and I'm not on the corner, but I'm gonna just cut a little slither. It's not even an eighth. It is like literally a teeny tiny bit of material.
Oh, Mama
And I
said,
know
get
it's
off corner. I know that's right, Mama.
yeah. All right, so now all I'm gonna do is the same thing. Wait a minute, because I make sure I have this thing out the way. All right, so I got my little slither. Did it get? Nope. There we go. So I got my little slither, and the reason why I was doing that slither was to open up that bottom. And there we go. We got our 5x5s. That's not a 5x5.
Well, I'm cutting
And that's
down.
how we cut. So how you doing? You cutting 5x5s? Coming out okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. They are. Thank you.
Now, are you doing? Do you now? One thing you can do is create yourself a template. So if you have some cardstock and you got a Cricut, or you have now if you have a scan and cut, you can cut your 5x5s with that. If you have an AccuQuilt, you can cut your 5x5s with that. Let's close this up.
I have I got uh 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up to 10. Yeah.
Templates.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that's good.
But you're right. You can get you some of that thick card stock.
Hmm.
Yes, you'll be amazed. If you got a laminator, that'll work too. If not, it's still good.
Well, and one thing you can do, you can either cut it where you have a 5-inch square here, or you can cut it where you have a 5-inch square on the inside and then do that. Good night, Miss Ann.
Good night, Miss Ann.
So yeah, so ooh, she says I have the cutest Christmas truck panel picked out. Yay.
Ooh, all right.
Um so you can decide based on what your needs are how you want to actually um cut your square. But this is how, when I'm cutting for myself, I will cut my 5x5 squares. Now, this is a fat quarter, and I'm quite sure you can get way more. I mean, let's see. So, I don't know. I don't have a calculator here by me for the, but 4, 6, 8. So 8 to 9 maybe out of a fat quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you can also use a and I'm gonna keep this. This is gonna be my accent color because I think I'm gonna do the Monopoly Man. Now,
Oh.
here's something else that we talked about: laying it out. So when you get your instructions, it's gonna say lay it out, and this is what I mean. I really want to show you this, and we won't talk about my little wrinkle Monopoly guy because
Oh,
yeah,
you better iron it.
look, we're gonna use one of the other ones because I don't have time to iron it right now.
Yeah, you I mean, it doesn't make a difference, Miss Sean. You're just showing us. It's not putting it together, so it shouldn't matter.
Yeah. But you
Um,
know what? I think it does, and let me tell you why. Darn it!
because you
Hold
want it to
on.
be straight.
Well, you want to know how many blocks you need. In order to know how many blocks you need, it needs to be the straightest it's going to be.
Yes, ma'am. Gotcha. Gotcha on that. 10-4 right.
Because because if it's not, then you might be short 5 blocks. Because you got to go across, you got to go down, you got to go across, and you got to go down again. So hold on, I got my irons on. Well, one of them was on. Let me see. I'm putting two. So you do want to make sure that you iron. And I had all these black and white fabrics. So I'm going to iron this really quickly. Take y'all to the ironing board over here. Oh, wrong way. Sorry. Nope. I'm going the wrong way. Okay, here's the ironing board right here. It's got the skin and cut on top. But this is where we're going to iron. No, say no. Your fabric is not. I know, Miss Joy. I'm about to iron it because we gotta have good iron fabric for sure. Let's move the scan and cut back. But yes, so we have to iron it. And look, I've been using my Cricut heat press my Cricut press for my bags because it irons that interface in really good. And I have me some flatter, which I'm gonna spray a little bit on here. It will make it flat, 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 flat. So let me see. I can come and check out, see if anybody said anything.
I'm watching.
Okay.
Uh-oh, I'm ready.
It is ready. Look, and I have my both are ready. So I have this one, my Panasonic iron. This one is the one that I put water in. But this is the Panasonic 360 iron. I love this one. And it's cordless. But let me tell you, this flatter is doing its job.
Girl, that thing gonna be Sunday ready, baby.
No, I'm not ironing the whole thing. We're just gonna iron the top so I can show how to lay the things on there. This way it doesn't take all day.
Hey, where did you and Shay Shay get that iron from?
Which iron? Go ahead.
Go ahead. I just read it already.
Oh, okay. So the Shay Shay got her iron from the Best Little Cook shop in Texas. Best Little Cook Retreat Center in Texas. My iron, I got it from, I bought it because I was selling them at Christmas time last year. I sold the Tula Peak iron at the release of the Tula Peak iron. So I do have them on my website, but they were also on sale. People were able to get them on sale through Amazon for Prime Day. So there's different ways of getting it. You can look like on the website, on the Amazon affiliate link, there are links because there were a couple, if you're specifically looking for pink, that were on sale during Amazon Prime Week. So I'm gonna move this, put these over here. I'll hang them up later. Now let's go back to the table. And y'all, I've been trying to clean my room because I got so much leather stuff and I got so many orders. So like tonight, once we get off this live, I need to cut handbags because I got orders.
Ooh.
I know. I got 2 I need to cut. One is going to be purple inside. It's going to be pretty. All right, so here we go. So when I say lay it out, and I'm not laying mine on the floor right now, mine will be on that wall over there. So that thing that Shay Shay got.
My wall?
Yes, ma'am. That thing that Shay Shay got. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I can use the smaller wall. The thing that Shay Shay was showing, what was it? She was showing something. Oh, the little thread cleaner. That is the best to clean these mats. All right, so let me see. Oh, no. Nope. Look, this thing is as big as the small wall. Okay. So, yeah.
I
So
got
this
mine on the wall in another room, Miss Sean. And I never used it since I put it up.
Oh, yeah. So you're going to have to use it this time. And you can take a picture. Like when you guys are doing this stuff, take a picture, post your pictures. So when I say lay it out, we will be laying this on the floor. Look, let me show y'all how this is going to work. We're going to lay these on the floor. I'm going to take this weight, put it on here. We don't need this to move. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your 5 by 5 inch squares and you're just going to lay it out along the top to see, 1, if you really like it, 2, if you got enough squares. Let me grab some squares. Hold on. Because y'all know I got lots of them. Now, these ain't going to match nothing, but we ain't going to talk about that. I'm just going to go with it. Actually, this might. No, they don't. All right, so I thought I had a pack already open. All right, so you may want to play switcheroo and do a mix and match. You may not like how it looks. Maybe like, oh no, I should have put black in there. I should have added another color. Be like, oh man. And so all you're going to be doing is literally laying your squares out. Let me move this computer. So you're going to lay your squares out and make sure that you have enough. Now, one of the things before you go swipe it all up, don't do that. What you're going to need to do is number them, and you're going to need to mark them. So you'll know what order you had them in. Because if you like it the way you have it laid out, then
Good
that's
night,
going to be
Mama.
important. Good night. That's going to be important. She says, can I use batting? Yes, ma'am. You sure can. Batting will definitely make the wall. Sean, I've been carrying the bag, my purple bag. Oh, you're welcome. So, yes. So, literally,
Bag.
one of the ones I made, yes.
All right. Go ahead on.
Um, okay. So now what you're going to want to do is say, for instance, this is my top row here. And I'm going to say this is my top row. I like how it looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to move my towels one on top of the other. Just in that order. Now, I'm going to get me a little piece of paper. You can get you a little piece of paper. Or if you have some pens, like I have these pens that have alphabet numbers on them. So I'm going to get my A1. And this is going to be A for me. And so I'm just going to put them together. And this is A. And so I know for me, these will be, see, it has a little A on it.
Yes. So that's going to be
So
row A.
that's going to be row A. This will be row B. And then I'm going to decide if I want to go C, D, E, F. And then at the bottom, the other that way.
So is that for A? Okay. So okay.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Because your A. Okay, the Monopoly, your A, B, C.
So I'm only gonna the guide is only gonna have you with 2 rows. So you're only gonna have 2 rows at the
Okay.
top, 2 rows on the side, and 2 rows on the bottom, because we're gonna have to sew it.
Oh, Jesus be offense. Okay.
And so but if you notice the order in which I'm going to take, so say for instance, once I'm ready for A, when I get ready to sew, then I'm gonna flip this over right sides together, and I'm gonna sew the top one and the second one. And then I'm gonna know that this next top one goes on the back. I'm gonna sew right sides together
Okay.
with this one and number 3. This number 3 right here. So it's gonna be a method to the madness, but for the prep work, you want to make sure that you have lined it up and you know where they are, and then that you've also put some type, and that gives me an idea too. So maybe what I will do is add a couple of little strips that you can cut out that has A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H on it, so you know you can label. You'll be able to label your packs. So you want to be able to label it, so you know which order it was. Now again, we're going to do the same thing on this row. So I'm going to put that. This is my last block, and I'm just putting them on top of each other so that I know which way I like them. The other thing that I do before I take all this apart, I take a photo.
A picture.
And that way I can look at my picture and make sure I don't confuse myself, because we're going to be talking, we're going to be having a happy, so good time, and you might forget. So once you have it laid out and you like it, take a photo. So I will put that in the instructions as well, because you really want to take a photo. All right. But that's how you lay it out. And make sure you like it. And yes, mine will go on the wall, but you can also do it. Some people do it on the floor. And Miss Joy, you can use batting. Let me see. Hold on, let me see if you can see mine over here. So mine is on this wall in that room right over there. So that where it looks like a white wall, that's batting. So this is my wall right here.
Well, mine's up, but I never used it. So
Yep. And so if I went over there, and
uh-oh. Miss Sean.
oh, okay, I'm back. Can you hear me now? I can't
Yes,
hear
ma'am.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
there you
ma'am.
go.
Got you.
Okay,
Ma'am.
all right. Okay, hey Denzel. All right, so let me. So what about? Can you see me put this up here?
Yes, ma'am. I sure can.
All right.
I seen
So
some clips too. I'm gonna have to make some clips for mine because I don't yeah. See there? Look how yours just stick up there. Ain't God good? That's what I'm talking about.
yeah. And so then once I have my strips, then all I need to do is, again, let me see what you can see. Let me move it back just a little bit.
All right, all mine is cut.
So then all I would do would be add this to here so I can see if I like it. Is it the same blue? Will the flowers knock it off? And so literally making my rose just like that. So that's what I mean when I say lay it out. You're just making your rose.
So that's just batting on the wall, Miss Sean?
Well, it's supposed to be bad. Let me tell you exactly what it is. But it's called a wall design. It's felt.
Okay.
It's felt.
Okay.
It's felt.
I finna say because it felt gonna stick real good. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's felt. And so that's 72 by 72. I got a second one here that I haven't put anywhere. Because at one point, my guest room is over there. I thought about making that whole wall a felt wall. But I
Okay.
did. I was being okay. But it's felt, and that's white. So. But yes, 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 yes. That will be how we will do it. And um
Miss Miss
so
Joy
Miss
said,
Joy,
mail it to
that's
her.
that's my backup girl. That's my backup. That is my backup. So now if you're having a problem holding your ruler, if you have a problem with pressure, find a weight. You can go to Walmart, get you a small weight, and that will help you a whole lot better. Oh, Hold on. Sorry, my bad. I'm trying to get us back over here. Where we at? Yeah, man. Okay, sorry guys. I'm coming. I'm coming. Let me just go back. Hey, Miss Gail. Look, I'm glad you made it. So if you missed it, we I did the cut, I used the weight. So this is what I was talking about, either this kind of weight, like this is a medicine ball weight, or one a barbell, just as long as it doesn't move. And when you sit it on your ruler, it will help. But yeah, so I don't think we've been on here that long. No, we haven't. So like yeah, so if you go back to the front of the video, I actually go through the cutting with the weight. But yes.
Good,
Any other
because
questions?
I got mine done, Miss Sean. How many
Ooh.
that is, but I got them done,
Okay, okay.
and they all gonna be just a what you say skim, just a skim over, but that's okay.
Right. Okay. That's I mean, hey. By the time we're done with this, because we're just doing the top. So we're doing the top. We will have another time where we'll bring that top back together and we will finish it up. So, but yes, so Miss Gail, all we did was I have a similar ruler and I just literally laid it in the middle and made my cut so that the ruler, if I had pressure here and I can't, if you can't move your hand to walk it up, this will help you to get it further up. But yeah, that's how it works.
And
All
some
right.
of your rulers, Miss Sean, already come with that grip on it, so you shouldn't have that problem whether you're on a mat or on your fabric, right?
You are absolutely right. So, like, say for instance, this ruler right here. So, if I was gonna cut this, give me one of these. This is one of the pieces I can cut into a 2x2. So, if I was gonna cut this like into a 2.5 by 2.5, let's just say, let's do 2.5 right here. So, yeah. So, see, that's not going. It's not moving.
See, that's why I got my grips. When I was down there at Impressions, I got my grips because my rulers would move, but I have the stuff I got from the lady store down there. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I found piece 72 inches a half yard. What is that, Miss Joy? What's piece 72? So literally this, if you have the grip on there, there's also grip ease. So with this one,
Mm-hmm.
like I was very light pressure, like wasn't any because it's not moving. Like that's not moving. So and my cut's good. But yeah, so definitely this is my first ruler. It has no grip on it. I added grip ease like a year or two ago, and the grip ease has worn off. I haven't put any more. I haven't put any more on the back, and that's the spray.
Oh, she found
Um.
felt 72 inches. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am. That should be good. But that's what it is. It's felt. And so there's grip ease, and Miss Linda was talking about the easy strip, the grip strips. And so let me show you what those look like because you can also put those
Okay.
on the back of your ruler. So these
I don't know
are
what mine are.
the grip strips,
Yeah, I have the round ones, Miss Sean. I have the
the
round ones, the
dots. You
first
have
one
the
you're talking about.
dots.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this grippy spray, which you can spray on the back of your ruler. So there's two things that you can use with that.
Yeah, I like the little round
You have
circles.
the dots.
Yeah, they don't come off. Yeah.
They're by the same. They're by
Yeah.
the same company. If you give me about 20 minutes, I'll put them in my Amazon shop. So I go find them for you and make sure you got the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll put a link in the group chat. All right.
Thank you. Thank you,
Any
Miss.
other questions? I know on the live last night, people were asking about the cutting, so I wanted to make sure that we got you all ready for sewing on Friday. I'm super excited.
Yay! I
And
am
I'm gonna
excited. I'm
use,
ready.
that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna iron my stuff. I got all my little fabric. I'm gonna cut mine with the AccuQuilt, but I have
Oh,
all my cool little fabric.
Miss Fancy.
Yeah, see, I'm doing black and white. It's gonna be black and white with Papa Teal. So I
I'm
got
ready.
different types of black and white.
Make
And
sure y'all
Miss
come with y'all cold drink.
yes, have your drink. Make sure you got you some hydration.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna
Yes.
have a good
Hydration.
time. We're gonna have a good
Yes,
time
we are.
sewing, 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 and sewing. But yes, making our first quilt top together.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, yep. All right.
Ready.
Well, I
Thank
hope
you.
everybody has a great rest of the evening. I have 2 handbags I need to cut. Where is it? If you weren't here yesterday, you got to go back and watch the live because we had so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I finished my bag and I'm so proud of it. It's super cute. I 100% love it.
That is cute.
It
That is.
is two-tone, pink and brown, with a linen on the inside. I love it. Miss Linda, thank you for cutting it up with me.
Yes, girl. I had to sit over here and I said, well, I know somebody needed some help. I said, hey, we finna go live and I'm gonna go cutting too, because my cut ain't good, but hey, that blanket, this quilt top might be lopsided, but somebody gonna love it.
Yes. Look, we'll get through it. We'll get through it.
I'm gonna tell them to lean to the
Oh,
left a
thank you,
little
Miss
bit with it.
Renee.
Hmm. Thank you
Yes,
so much,
yes.
Miss Angie. Hmm.
Well, look, the the word of the day is corner.
Hey, we already know that.
The word of the day is corner because we got to use our
I'm so
corners.
excited. Can't wait till Friday. Hey,
Yes. Thank
Jenny.
you. All
Yeah,
right. You all have a great rest of the night. And thank you so much for watching.
thank you.
And if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. I'm going to be sending out, like I just said, I need to make the little I'm going to make some tags that you'll be able to pin to your fabric so you'll be able to identify which row goes with which. So I will add that and then I will get everything sent out tonight so you'll have it so the rest of the week you can work on prepping for
Mhm.
the sew along. Okay. All
Yeah,
right. So have a great rest of the week. And I guess
thank
Miss Linda,
you.
we'll talk to them later, right? We'll talk to
Yes, girl. Yes, thank
them.
y'all very
Look,
much.
we'll see
Thank
y'all
you.
on Friday. Have a good
All
night.
right. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, we got thread on the table, vinyl in the back. Orders on the list and we staying on track. Laughter's the vibe with a little caffeine. This ain't just work, it's a craft and dream. Go savvy in life, we stitch and we chat, bringing all the sparkle just like that. From tumblers to tees, embroidery too. We're making magic right here with you. Oh, 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 oh. We're making magic right here with you. Got the hoop in place and the lasers lit. Talking about life while we custom fit. Y'all drop a comment, join in the fun. Sunday fun day vibes, getting things done. Sipping on tea and we giggle a bit. Packaging love with every kit. Creative queens with a boss babe flow. If you know, then you go, let's go. Let go savvy in life, we stitch and we chat, bringing all the sparkle just like that. From tumblers to tees, embroidery too. We're making magic right here with you. Oh, 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 oh. We're making magic right here with you. Hit that like, don't forget to share. Crafting with heart and a little flair. Orders, laughs, and good design. It's go savvy time. Let's shine. Oh, oh.